Hello, everybody. What's up? This is hang on, let me do that again. Hello, everybody. What's up? This is a review on the USS Marblehead with your captain, Killer Nick Accurate. Welcome to this review, and I hope you learn a lot from this review. I enjoy making videos for you guys as well as these reviews. I feel like newer captains have to, well, not have to, but have trouble playing these ships in general because people don't go through all the armor, um, as well as all the benefits from having these ships. So, in general, ships like the Marblehead, ships like the Kansas, they don't generally go through the benefits as well as the non-benefits. These ships will also benefit you in the long run. Yes, it is better to have powerful ships, but as well as weak ships like this, because people don't know, like some people don't realize, some captains don't realize how powerful these ships can actually be in the game. So I, as you can see, have not played this ship yet. So this is first impressions video on the USS Marblehead in the Christmas update. I believe it's 10 points. No, 9.12 or something like that. So let's go full screen here. So yeah, basically every ship is competitive. I do not believe that the certain ships are not competitive as others. These ships are competitive in their own tier, and if you realize, people don't say these ships are good ships. Marblehead, Kansas, Minnesota. So for the most part, they don't. Generally, or I mean, Kansas. Generally, these ships that you're going to have the most trouble with in this game, in my opinion, Königsberg, Nuremberg, Omaha, and Phoenix. Those are the general ships that you will have the most trouble with, as well. If you're going up the German cruiser line or the other line as well. Also, the higher tier Russian ships do have this weakness on broadside, but if you can mitigate that as much as possible, these ships are strong. And generally, what happens is, for the good part about doing videos like this, is generally what happens is people see the more hyper end viewed videos rather than, so what I mean by hyper end is like the hyper end of it, like the best views or the most viewed video and whatnot. So they think it's that viewer is correct of what he's saying. Well, yes, in a way, but that's just his play style. So if you find your own play style with these ships, use that to your advantage. Do not listen to Notzer and all those other guys that do not tell you or show you ways of playing these ships. They just go over the commander skill build and go over like what the game is and whatever. I actually show you some certain ways in playing these ships, like the Marblehead, and what advantages I've noticed and not noticed with this ship. As you can see, I also have the Omaha as well in my port, which is essentially the free Marblehead with a plane. Okay, so essentially it's the free Marblehead. It's the tech tree Marblehead. So this is basically the tech tree Marblehead. And you're probably wondering, well, why would I get this ship over the Marblehead, which is pretty much the same ship, essentially? You do not have to pay for camos. You, there is a lot more benefits in terms of the ship, and I mean, you do not have to pay for camos, so you don't have to pay for generally credits. You do not have to pay for extra camos to get your camouflage, or like you don't have to repay for a good amount of camos to put on. You know, let me do this because I want to show you the benefits and non-benefits from having both ships in port. So, I mean, in the game. Yeah, so it's just basically the benefit camouflage as well. Also, most people don't have this ship, and plus, it's another ship in your port. So if you're like me and you like collecting um, American battleships and American cruisers, as well as American ships in general, and you're playing this game not for the competitive side, but for the ship collecting side of things, then this ship is definitely a good ship. If you're doing it competitively, I would stick with the Omaha. This ship is pretty much a Marblehead, pretty much a premium Omaha with a camo. In general aspect, what I'm looking at now, it generally is. Because look, if you look at this, if you go here, I'm sorry, if you go here and look at the guns, armor, same. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry, it's not. Wait, it might be. Hang on. Basically, okay. Wait. That's the Oklahoma. Give me one sec. Because hang on. Let me find my mouse. So that's the Omaha. Now let's go to the Marblehead. Okay, so essentially, the only difference I see in this armor scheme is look in the back and see where the actual armor is placed. This is not the same ship as the Omaha in terms of armor and gun placement. Yep. See, that's the main difference. So this deck on the back here is circle or differently shaped on the Marblehead than it is on the Omaha, which technically isn't really a big change. You're not going to notice it, but look at the whole setup of how tall the mast is on the Omaha compared to the Marblehead. So you're talking about an inch or two higher. So basically on the Omaha, you're probably, in terms of what I'm looking at, in terms of the armor scheme and the way I'm looking at the whole ship, this is not the same ship, but it's a little higher in terms of the superstructure and plating here. So if any shells do hit here, let me see if I can show you it this way. Yeah. So if any shells do hit on the Marblehead is generally lowered to the ground. So that is definitely a benefit. I mean, not lowered to the ground, but lowered to the water. So that is definitely one benefit to having this ship in port. Another benefit is if you look at the back of it, like I said, if I go up here, you're going to see the back part of this here, the plating change on the Marblehead compared to the Omaha. The Omaha is a much flatter deck. which is good. I mean, it depends on how you play generally with the Marblehead compared to. Now, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know if there's any difference, but it's generally probably is going to be a difference because if you have a shell coming in straight at you, you don't want. I mean, you do want, but yeah, this is Marble. Okay, let's see how on. So you generally don't. Oh, okay, you generally don't want a deck like that in the back. Just because it's not like. So if you shoot, it's okay. So there's more space here for the gun to it sticks out more. So generally, if you're looking at it this way, if I do this, it's give me one sec. Yeah, it sticks out less on the Omaha, but on the Marblehead, it sticks out. There's less. So it pretty much depends on your playstyle, essentially. The Marblehead and Omaha are different ships. They are not the same armor scheme. They are the same armor scheme, but they're not the same positioning of the armor in terms of height wise. So if you look at the thing is lower, like it showed you on both the Omaha as well. I think it's small. It's very minimal, but if you guys see on the Omaha, the top of this, the plating is higher. On the Marblehead is lower. That will definitely benefit from you in the long run. So if you like the Omaha, but you generally want a better Omaha, then get the Marblehead. Because essentially it's the same video or the same armor in terms of everything. 13. Yeah. So essentially, if you guys look at the armor in the Omaha, I don't need to go over this, but I'm gonna go over it anyway. So the Marblehead has 13 millimeter plating on the side here, forend plating, front and back. It looks like. Yep, front and back. It has a Citadel armor belt on the side, which you should be able to protect yourself from destroyers. Cruisers can Citadel you, I believe. So just watch out for that. Like the other Omahas can penetrate, I believe. I'm not sure, but we'll find out in the eval video. But pretty much same as the Omaha in terms of 76. Yeah. So if you know the Omaha, pretty much it's an Omaha, but not. It's probably like an older Omaha, I think, in general. The ship, let me see actually. This ship was built in 1924. This one was built in 1920. It's a newer Omaha. So basically, they took the Omaha, lowered the everything, and basically made it a little bit harder to hit. You still can get hit with this, but everything is just lowered on here, on this end of it. So on the top stuff up here is lowered an inch. That is generally not going to matter, like I said, because it depends on your playstyle. Honestly, the way I could do a review on this ship right now, but it all depends on the way you play the ship. But I'm going to give you the best review that I can. And then you can decide from there if this ship is worth it for you or not worth it for you. So you have the back end of this. You have the bottom here, starting from the bottom. You have 15 millimeter. 13 millimeter wire plating. You have, Afton plating. You have 13 millimeters. Then you go up here. This armor thickness is 25 millimeters at the Afton armor plating. Then you go here and it's 13 again. Then you go to the bottom of the ship and it's 15 millimeters. And then you go all through the bottoms, 15, 15, 15. Should be 15, yep. This is 13 millimeters. And up here is 25, just like the back, I believe. Yep, 25, just like the back. The guns are 25 millimeters all around. And the deck is 16. The superstructure is 10. So just basically a light cruiser setup in terms of what the armor setup is. It's just basically another American light cruiser at Tier 5. So 37 millimeters gun. The gun protection here is 25 on the other side, 25 over here. So that's essentially what you're looking at with this ship in terms of armor protection. In terms of info, though, before I get into the playstyle and module build and everything, in terms of information-wise, the Marblehead is a high-speed scout cruiser with a torpedo armament and a high-speed scout cruiser with a torpedo armament and powerful artillery. The warship also carried aircraft handling equipment, as you see in the back here. And equipment and the arrangement of her main battery guns was different from other ships of the same class. So the arrangement of her main battery guns was different than other ships of the same class. I guess that doesn't mean the Omaha, but other cruisers generally around the same time. That's what that probably means. So, and I could even show you guys if you want what the difference is in terms of play style and how to play the Omaha. As it's basically, I'm using the same play style for both ships, but just so you guys can see how much damage is done with both ships, I'm going to play both ships for you guys. So in terms of the module build we have here, we have the we don't have anything on this, but for the Marblehead, we have main battery 1, just because you want to keep those main batteries on. You don't have to really worry about aircraft. This ship is cruiser, as well as risk. You don't need these. You definitely need these, though, because you're going to be kind of kiting, or not kiting, but kind of going in and out of battles, and you don't want your main battery guns as well as your torpedo tubes to suffer during battle. You also want engine room protection. These ships are like cruisers, so you don't want fire protection because it's not going to protect you if you do not have a heal, as you can see below. So that is going to protect you, but it's not going to protect you from um, the main threat to your ship, which is fire in general, and the risk of your engine going out. So it's not going to protect you from fire, um, which is not the main. The main problem that you're going to have, honestly, that you're probably going to run into is your engine going out. That's why you have. That's why I put engine room protection, and because it's a quote unquote. Let me see here. Because it is a scout cruiser, you're gonna want to stay back more. You're not gonna want to be in the middle of a battle, juking it out with a battleship. You want to be scouting the enemy ship. So generally, you don't want to be right with your cruisers. You want to be generally scouting them as they pursue their targets and helping them, which is the only thing that I can think of. I'm not going to put this ship in right up against the battleship because it will die in like 2 seconds. So, but I will show you what I mean by scouting with this cruiser. So that's basically it. Generally, it's same as the Omaha. Same guns, same armor. Okay, so let me just check something real quick. I think it has more hit points. Hang on a second. Okay, so that's why it's better. It's definitely better. It's a better Omaha with the hit points too. You get 27,800. You can also upgrade them with the survivability build. That is the with the I'm sorry, not with the survivability build. With the survivability expert. All this is going to change, guys. By the way, this captain stuff or the captain skills in general are being updated in the, I think, not the next update, or I think it's the next update or the update after. So anything you see here is only going to matter per update before this. Again, you can use this video. I just wouldn't suggest using it for the commander skill build. I will make an updated one though. I'm definitely going to do that with all the videos that I have made. I will definitely make updated commander skill videos for the updated captain skills that are being put into the game pretty soon. So just watch out for that. Probably, I don't know when it's going to be uploaded. I'm guessing next year sometime. So just look out for that. And pretty much you have the incoming fire. So I'm sorry, not, yeah, incoming fire, adrenaline rush. Just because you want to keep this thing. This thing is a scout cruiser. It's supposed to be fast. It's supposed to do damage. It's supposed to support enemy ships. So you want the I'm gonna kick your butt setup. That's how I put it. Basically, how you're gonna set this up with this commander build is set up for it to be like a I'm gonna kick your butt build, meaning everything that is going to benefit your ship in guns, in torpedoes, put on this ship first. So put this on, put last stand on, put this on, put this on. You generally should not do this. I would not use that. That's just going to basically shorten your torpedo range. So if you want torpedo, you don't want to go in more. But get this, get anything that's going to benefit your ship in an aggressive play style way, because that's what Wargaming said this ship is made for, or this ship is. And generally, you want to keep it, you don't want to play too aggressively. Like, you don't want to go against the battleship with the ship because you're going to die. But you generally want to, I think the best way, honestly, that I've seen, hide in the mountains, stay back from the fight, do not get into close quarters. If you do, torpedo a battleship. If you do want to, torpedo and then run. Do not stick around and create damage for do not stick around and create damage for your team. You don't want to risk your ship's armor that way, or in terms of doing it that way. You want to pretty much stay with your. You want to pretty much protect your ship, and not risk your ship just for your team, because there is no. You can have a teammate, but a good majority of games these days do not support teammate playstyle, because more people just want kills. So more people generally want to get kills more than anything else in this game. Like they generally want to go for kills, go for points, rather than support their team. So from what I've seen, so you generally want to be aggressive with the ship, but not too aggressive. And so it's pretty much like playing a destroyer. If you want to be in a destroyer, do not, unless that guy knows that you're supporting him, do not go and support a enemy destroyer or an enemy battleship, because your ship is not going to be able to withstand the your ship does not have the armor for that unless you have help, because you're a scout cruiser. So in terms of that, now we get into the fun part, and that's the battle video. And I believe anything else I need to hang on. If I need to do anything else. So we went over captain skills. We went over. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just making sure I went over everything in this video, because I'm going to have to do it again in the new update as well. This gameplay module build command. Yeah, so I went over everything, so we're good. You guys know incoming fire, adrenaline rush. The only thing I did not go over is the artillery, because it's pretty much the same as your Omaha, in all aspects. Honestly, maybe the only thing you get more is hit points, and I'll show you real quick. Before you get into the battle video, you get like 7 or 6 more thousand hit points to battle with, plus survivability expert, which is going to give you 350 more, I believe. Let me just see, just make sure that the ship is the same as the Omaha, or pretty much close to, in terms of artillery. I don't want to miss out on anything. So, big difference, if you guys seen this, is the torpedo damage. You will do 8 8. Your torpedoes aren't really that good, whereas they're better on the Omaha, but they're not as good on the Marblehead. I think it's because of the positioning of the torpedoes in general. Let me see. Nope, they're in the back still. I think they're down more, or are they? No, they're in the same exact place. So that's pretty much the turn time. I believe it's the same thing. Yeah. So everything's the same in terms of artillery, air defense, and stuff like that. The only thing that's different from what I see is, well, yeah. So everything's the same in terms of the Omaha compared to the Marblehead. Everything with artillery, defense maneuverability, and concealment is the same from what I see going through these two. Oh, no. You get less concealment with this. You get more concealment with this. And then you get... So it's pretty much... Maneuverability is pretty much the same. So it's a little different, but not tremendously different in terms of armor concealment and stuff like that. If you want to look at the concealment between the two, looks like you get the same concealment. Oh, no. For the Marblehead, you get 13.1 kilometers detectability range. For the Omaha, you get 13.5 kilometers of detectability range. I don't think the bottom changes that much. No. You just get a little more concealment with the Marblehead than you do with the... And let's see the torpedoes. You get faster torpedoes with the Omaha than you do with the Marblehead, as you can see by the torpedo change. And I believe the AA defense is pretty much going to be the same. No. Oh, wait, that's it. And the torpedo range changes as well per both ships. So on the Omaha, you have a torpedo range of 5.5 kilometers. And on the Marblehead, you have a torpedo range of 8.2. And on the... I don't see any noticeably... No, there's no change in AA defense with these ships. So those are only minor differences. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because it's pretty much the same as the... Pretty much, for the most part, it's the same as the Tech Tree Omaha in terms of survivability, in terms of artillery and stuff like that. In terms of those things, it's pretty much the same ship, but not the same ship because of the positioning of certain things on the Marblehead compared to the Omaha. So, okay, let's close this and get into the battle video for you guys. So what we're going to do is support build, support playstyle, not support build, a support playstyle. Then I'm going to show you more aggressive gameplay and how aggressive you can possibly get. I'm not the best at this ship, so I can only show you how aggressive I can possibly get. But I think in terms of playstyle, I'm not the best. So just bear in mind that you could probably do better if you do better in light cruisers like this, if you can do better. Because I'm not the best at light cruiser gameplay. So just give me 1 sec, guys, and then we'll get into the battle video. All right, so let's start this. And the only thing that's different with this ship is it has incoming fire and adrenaline rush. So that's the only thing that's different in terms of the. I mean, that's the only thing that I added in terms of captain skills is the adrenaline rush and the incoming fire. So I'm going to show you, depending on the map, I might show you aggressive or I might show you competitive. Or I might show you support, depending on what map you get. Okay.
General quarters.
So on this map, we're gonna play like a support build because I have the open areas, and I can't really play aggressively on this map because there's I mean I could if I get into the middle, but there's less rocks on this map to hide behind, so I'm just probably gonna stay behind the rock and supporting this Hatsuharu in front of me. Hatsuharu, I think you pronounce it. Ship is really cool. I like the black. I like the camo and I like the ropes on top there. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna stay back and support this guy as he goes into it. Alright, so pretty much the same gun reload. I didn't mean to slow that down, but it looks like we missed. We avoid those shells by doing that, so that's good. And I love the gun reload time. It's fast, it's nice. You get a lot of guns. I'll miss that. Oh, come on. You can generally stay angled too. That helps a lot with not having destroyers.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
With just in case you get hit by a shell by a emerald or something, you negate the damage as much as you can.
Our team is taking the lead.
So as you can see, I'm constantly firing. This is going to be an aggressive style gameplay for you guys. It's not as much support now because I generally am being fired at, so that's great. Shoot, as you can see, I just got citadeled. So I'm going to run. Avoid that. So what you want to do here is if you're low, you want to run as far back as you can and fire at the same time. You generally don't want to fire all your guns, but there's another shell. So generally, I'm gonna put this on because I'm really low health. Can't believe I survived that, honestly. So you don't want to be too far away, but you want to play aggressively and support your teammates as well. So right now, switching to the Montecuccoli, Montecuccoli. Yeah. So now I'm going to support the Montecuccoli, and if I'm mispronouncing that, if I'm not mispronouncing that, that's a funny name for a cruiser. If that is a cruiser. Now, I'm angled as well to probably persuade shots from hitting my citadel, but I am still. I wouldn't do this if there was only one ship left. So, generally, from what I'm seeing, is you want to play a ship as a support aggressive playstyle, which means you want to be aggressively dodging shells and stuff like that, as well as supporting your teammates just by being near them. You want to, but you want to try to do that because you're helpful, but you don't want to be too aggressive. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope that video showed you what you can do and cannot do. As you guys can see, I'm also completing missions. So those missions will end up leading to more ships I can review for you guys. They're going to be tech tree ships. So one ship is going to be new, but the rest are going to be camo reviews, I guess. If I like the camo, I will do a review on it. In terms of other than that, that's the review. I can't really. If I show you more, the only thing I could show you is how weak the citadel is and how weak the armor is, which I already did. So I already showed you everything I need to show you. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll have more videos in the near future whenever I get the Strasbourg and the other ships in this game. More ships. So I have 2 fun reviews on. There's gonna be 2 reviews on Christmas of the Georgia. I'm getting the Georgia and the Palmer, and there's going to be also reviews. I could even show you guys while I'm here the ships I'm getting. I think I still have to show you something on the Tichibani. I think that's gonna be a review. I'm getting 2, so I could just I'm thinking of doing camo review on both camos actually, and because both ships are I think different prices or by a little. I mean, they're pretty much the same camo. They're just not here. I'll even show you this ship. They're pretty much the same camo, tier 2, I believe, but one's green and one's like this reddish. So I'll definitely show you, do a review on this ship, just not today. And I will do, I'm doing a review, a fun review. So that's going to be a really cool sort of setup that I'm going to do because it's Christmas and these are general gifts that I'm getting. So generally, I will be doing a review on the Pommern as well as the Georgia on Christmas. That's gonna be a fun video, but that video is not gonna be. it should be updated on Christmas, but I had to do a lot of editing to it, so I generally don't know when it's going to be updated, but I will definitely upload for you guys. I just remember that I was going to edit it, as well as the Strasbourg is going to be like these videos. So the General Strasbourg, I could even show you. So if I go here, let me just show you the future stuff in World of Warships. So the future is going to be this. I mean, I'm not going to get, if I have to pay for this, I'm not going to get the Heathen. But if I don't, then I'm going to try to get the Heathen. But I think, now I might be wrong, but I think I think these are the ships I'm going to be reviewing. I'll show you guys right now in the premium dockard. So these are, if you guys are new to my channel, I do reviews on ships whenever I get them in. So these are going to be the reviews on the, I'm aiming to get this as well, the Shikishima. That's going to be a fun review. But that's going to be later. That's going to be like in a couple months, I think. And then I'm going to be doing a review on the Pommern, this ship, which is pretty much, in my opinion, an upgrade Tirpitz with weaker guns. So it's basically upgraded in armor to tier 9. So it's basically an upgrade Tirpitz with bigger guns, but weaker guns in terms of HE and AP shells. The Georgia is basically an Iowa with less guns. So you guys will see those reviews. There's a lot more in terms of armor scheme that I'm not going to do now, but if you guys don't have time to see the review or don't have time to watch the live stream, or just want to know the quick review in terms of what people are saying about these ships, this is a less gunned Iowa, and in my opinion, the Pommern is weaker gun Tirpitz and weaker than Tirpitz in terms of guns, but stronger than Tirpitz in armor, and it does come with torpedoes. So we'll definitely do a review on that as well. And we're going to be doing a review on the Pommern Georgia, which you just seen, and we're going to be doing a review on the Tichibani, which I already have, but we're doing a review on the where's the dockyard? There it is. So we're going to be doing a review on Tichibani as well. So that ship that you see, the Tichibani Lima, and the regular Tachibani or whatever, in my opinion, of the camos. And then we're going to be doing a review, I think, on the Yahagi. And we're probably not, I think you have to pay for this, but we're probably not going to be doing a review on the Heathen. But those are the future ships. We're going to do the Yahagi, the Georgia, the two Tachibanis, and the Pommern. Those are the future reviews I have set up for this channel. So please stay tuned for that, guys. And thank you for watching. And I hope you have a happy Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you guys. And happy Hanukkah for those of you guys who celebrate Hanukkah, as well as Merry Christmas, as well as happy holidays to all those holidays in the world that people do celebrate instead of Christmas. Or instead of Christmas, I know there's other holidays that people celebrate around this time. So happy holidays, guys. Merry Christmas and happy Hanukkah.